What horrifying experience did you have raising your child? I was cooking macaroni cheese for my 6-year-old in the microwave in the 90s. I was about 3 steps away at the kitchen sink when I heard a scream like nothing I've ever heard before. My 3-year-old decided he wanted to beat his brother to the food and grabbed it out of the microwave. He was only wearing boxers. It went all over his tummy, down his boxers, not too far down thankfully. It was on his back somehow too. I grabbed him, my palms on his stomach and back, straight into the cold shower. He was kicking and screaming while I held him in there. Hubby at the time had called the hospital down the road saying we were bringing him in and he is burned from food. I spoke to the nurse and she said keep him under a bit longer than bring him in and they will be ready. After about 20 more minutes, I grabbed him, jumped in the back seat while the ex drove like a madman to the ambulance bay at hospital. He was kicking at the door until we got their attention. They put him straight back into a cold shower and assessed what to do next. The nurse told me I sounded so calm while describing what had happened. I sure as crap did not feel calm. I felt helpless as I held my screaming child under the water. After some drugs started working for him, they transferred him to the kids' ward with the drip placed in his tiny little arm. As the night wore on, I curled up in the cot with my son. I mentioned to a couple of nurses that he was rolling and twisting around in pain and is going to pop the drip. Nah, they reckoned as they gave him some pain relief, he won't pull out the drip. I thought to myself, I will call you when it happens. About an hour or so later, I called them. He had popped out the drip and he was leaking everywhere. He was in hospital for a few days, burned skin being scrubbed off. Dressings applied and we were able to go home. As the burns healed, my handprint had formed a scar on the middle of his tummy from where I grabbed him and held him in the shower. Nearly 25 years later you can still see the scar faintly when he's cold. Marked by Muma for life.